Hey everybody, welcome back to Bourbon Battles. My name's Joe. Hey, today we got mail call for you. Stick with us and we'll tell you what that's all about. Hey, you might think, what's mail call all about? I don't watch this Bourbon Battles, idiot. So what mail call is, hey, sometimes we're lucky enough, right? Distilleries and people send us bottles of whiskey to review. I know it's tough, but somebody's got to do it, right? So we're going to get into the box over here, and we like to do everything blind here. So what we do is we take those bottles, right, and we put them in these little sample bottles, things that look like this, right, and we put it in the box over here, and we pull one out at random, and we taste it, evaluate it, no clue what it is, right, and yeah, we give it an honest review. And if we absolutely hate it, it's probably never going to make it this far. So whatever we're drinking, we probably think is okay. So stick with us. I have no idea what it is. It could be something I love, could be something I hate. So yeah, check it out. You already know what it is. I don't. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the box, right? Let's open the box up. There's a bunch of vials in here and a bunch of envelopes and stuff that correspond. Let's just take this one right here. This is number 11. We go over here. These are in order, so they're somewhat easy to find. Envelope 11, which is sealed. You don't want to know. And why do we drink it blind, you might ask? If this is your first time here and you think, what are these idiots talking about? I drink it blind. We don't want to know what it is. Well, it's because here at Bourbon Battles, we don't give a rat's ass what's on the label. We just like good whiskey. That's it. We just like good whiskey. We don't want to be, look, I'll give you an example, right? Pretty decent bourbon, right? Most of you know what this is. Maybe not you. Not everybody might not know what this is. This is Blanton's, right? This is made by the Buffalo Trace Distillery. It's one of the most sought after whiskeys in the world, and it goes for double, triple retail pricing. It's not worth it. That's what we're here to find out, and that's why we do it blind, right? And hey, the cat's out of the bag on that one. But when you get into stuff like this, Old Forester birthday bourbon, people still go goo goo gaga for this stuff. It's good. It's good. Is it worth retail? I don't think it's even worth retail, let alone the secondary prices of $1,000 and more. So, hey, to each his own. You do you, and I'll do me. So let's check this out here. Kind of light colored. Filming a couple episodes today, so let's be a little careful here. Ooh, that is an extremely, extremely interesting nose. In fact, I don't even think it's bourbon. I did a review one time. I'd done a few, and I was going through them, right? And I'm like, this is rye. It ended up being like Maker's Mark. So sometimes you get really deceived. I probably shouldn't have told myself in that way. Like, this is one of the things that I'd really love to go through with my Stave and Thief Society um, sensory kit, right? Did a video on Stave and Thief Society. Go back and watch that. But this will tell you different things, right? Like, in fact, I'm going to go do it, right? We don't usually talk about tasting notes, but I want to try something here because I think I'm smelling something. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So I think it's this right here that I'm smelling. I don't know. I think I'm crazy. So this thing's a lot of fun, even if you don't go through all the classes. If you're a whiskey collector like I am, you got a wall that looks something like this. Probably worth picking up one of these sensory kits from staveandthief.com. Nothing else. They've got a class for it's less than $100. I want to say it's $50. That's worth checking out for sure. They don't pay me a dime to say any of that stuff. So I did the $500 class. It was actually really cool. Would I pay $500 to do it? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Do I think it's worth the 500? Maybe. Right. I talked to a guy the other day. We do a lot of this. I do a lot of videos with Loaded Cannon down in Florida, and I highly recommend he take it and send all of his employees to it. This is such a unique nose. It's such a unique flavor. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I don't know that it's bourbon at all. It's obviously definitely whiskey, or it wouldn't be here. Um, Fruity, floral, malty, that kind of stuff. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm stumped. Um, so if you know me very well, I like different, unique stuff, right? Like here, I'll just show you the kind of stuff that I think is cool. This is a store pick. I mean, this, I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but man, this is like the color of coffee, right? This is some whiskey out of Montana, Maverick. Um, it's a single malt whiskey finished in port casks, right? This is a Red Barrel Liquors in Mooresville, Indiana. If you're in Central Indiana, check them out, right? But this is unlike anything most people have on their shelf. So I like different, funky stuff um, quite a bit usually. So I'm going to tell you right now, I would buy that if it's reasonable. And let's be honest, if people are sending us stuff and it's making it the mail call, it's not a $400 bottle usually. Although World Whiskey Society sends us stuff, and that's some of the best whiskey, and it's not cheap. So, but my guess is this is a pretty reasonable pour, and if it's less than 60 or 70 bucks, I'd go for it. Very, very interesting. So I had the opportunity to meet this gentleman. I'm going to grab the bottle right now. So I emailed back and forth with one of the guys that work here at Travelers Point Distillery. Travelers Point is in Indiana. It's a small craft distillery. This particular expression is 93 proof. It's in Kirkland, Indiana. So it's, like I said, it is bourbon, which I'm surprised, right? I tasted it. I told you I didn't know what it was. I thought it was light whiskey or some kind of malted something or another. It's unique. It's different. I didn't put it on something super young. Let's just take a peek here, see if I can see it. This talks about the master distiller down there, Mel Lighton. Mel, if you're watching this, hey, thank you. This is some really interesting stuff, right? I think I said 60 bucks or so would be a good buy, and I think you're okay. So if you're anywhere around Kirkland, Indiana, and I'll put a little map up on the screen so you know where Kirkland is. And a lot of people watch us here are from Central Indiana. I'm guessing I'll put their website up here as well. I'm guessing this is a very, very small distillery. I've never been there. I actually met the gentleman. He was down close to me visiting family or something to that effect, and wanted us to review this bottle. This bottle was, we talk about it a lot, was one of the very first things that went in. This and some Eighth Day Distillery rye whiskey was some of the first stuff to go in the mail call box. So which is why we're kind of redoing the way we do mail call, right? Some stuff gets stuck in there for this has probably been in there for 6 or 7 months, which isn't fair to Travelers Point. But check out Travelers Point. Appreciate you sending this to us. I owe you a visit. I want to see more of your stuff, right? I hope you got some cast strength stuff. Hope you got some different stuff, right? This is good, and I want to try this at cast strength. I want to try some different things you're doing. And I'm actually kind of anxious to put this into a cocktail. I'm not a cocktail guy, but something tells me this would be good in an old fashioned or something to that effect. Thank you very much for sending this. Hey, if you're anywhere around Kirkland, Indiana, you're going to need to go check out Travelers Point. Pretty cool. Very unique. Hey, I'm Joe. This is Bourbon Battles. Have a great day. And remember, drinking bourbon is supposed to be fun. Do it with your friends. Do it responsibly. But whatever you do, don't drink and drive. Hey, before I leave you, get down in the comments right now and tell me you want to know more about how you can be on mail call. Send me a private message wherever you found this, and we'll get you set up and how to do that. Or check us out. Just email us, right? bourbonbattlesblind@gmail.com. So check that out. Let us know what you think. As always, if you comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff, it helps us tremendously get this out. We really appreciate that. Hey, we'll see you next time, and thanks again to Traveler's Point. I'm really happy with this stuff.
If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl.